Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more Let's Play Advance Wars. It's actually been several long days since I've actually played this. I did a lot of my most recent recordings a few days ago because I actually had to take my computer in for a diagnostic test. And unfortunately the results didn't come back very well, but I do get to keep my computer for a few more days before I have to actually send it in for repairs. The repairs shouldn't affect my uploading schedule or really any of the videos this week or next week, but still, it is a hassle for me personally. But enough talking about that, let's actually get started with this next mission. This is appropriately probably the most difficult of the max missions for Green Earth, but really just to get S rank. On the whole, it's probably not that hard, but still, I found some difficulty trying to S-rank this mission, so you have to do a lot of exact movements for this. Nothing dangerously difficult, though. Yada 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 yada, storyline. We'll find out more about this at the end of this video, or mission, rather. Knowing me, this will probably take 2 videos. No, knowing me, it'll take 2 videos and be 12 minutes, 1 minute over the 11-minute YouTube time limit, just like they all have been these last few missions. I don't know why it's been that close to the cutoff time. It's very annoying because I hate making 2 videos that are 6 minutes, but please understand, it's only because of this stupid time limit thing that I have to do that. Anyways, one of the things we'll want to do is we want to load an infantry into the APC, and then take the APC into the transport to act as 1 unit, then land a mech or something, and that's really all we're going to do with the land units. We're not going to use these 3 units at all, really, unless this tank comes over here, which I know it will, but yeah, I really won't have much of a need for these guys on the mainland, where we'll be doing all the action and stuff. Anyways, for those of you wondering about the whole computer problem I talked about at the beginning of this video, it's nothing major. It's really just the fact that the backlight for my screen, every now and then it'll like, you know, fade out, and then like my computer will be dark and I can't see anything. And usually I can adjust it by just like turning on the brightness and turning it off, turning it on again. And sometimes it'll just, you know, work after that. But still, it's an annoying problem that I would like to get fixed. And then also I'm having a problem with the battery. Due to overheating, the battery is kind of expanded. So, like, the door of the battery won't stay on very well. It hasn't really affected the computer as a whole, though. Again, it's just really more of an inconvenience than anything. So, I'm looking forward to getting these problems fixed. I gotta go buy a new battery, obviously, but that shouldn't be too much of a concern. I have a computer store, like, literally 2 buildings away from where I'm staying, so, yeah. Not much of a problem, really, at all. Anywho, what do I have to do this turn? Let's see. Okay, yeah, just gonna move these guys over. And that is that turn. Making some good progress already, although day 3 is when things start to get kind of hectic. And that's where I'll have to adjust my strategy if the AI doesn't act the way it's supposed to. Because knowing this game, that is a complete possibility. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, I'll just move you here. I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, my lander is going to get attacked, but it won't die, which is the main point, so nothing to be concerned with, I guess. What about this anti-air? Not really sure how to attack this one. Okay, yeah, just use my mid-tank. Then I'll move you here. Anything with the lander? Okay, now I'm done with that lander, thank God. And yep, that tank is making its way around. It's not going to be able to do anything, though, so In turn, here's where things start to get a little more complicated. First, he's going to use his CO power, which is annoying in its own right. Okay, good. Okay. He moved the tank, which is good. This tank right here, this one, that tank sometimes stays there. It doesn't always move. I'm glad it didn't move. I'm just really glad it didn't move. This is going to be a lot easier now that I know it's not going to move anywhere. And thankfully the mid-tank was able to destroy that mid-tank with only a 60% chance. That's another thing that could really screw up this mission too. And does it matter where I attack this one? Oh wait, yeah. Probably going to want to move this one over here. Okay, next, going to destroy this battleship. And now we're going to start landing things. First thing we're going to land is this APC. Not going to land the mech just yet. I'm going to wait a turn before I do that. And let's see what happens from that. I'm probably going to have to use my CO power next turn. Not a problem at all. Okay, the enemy moved as expected. I definitely expected that. I am going to use my CO power. And look, I can actually attack the artillery from here. Just because I use my CO power. I love when that happens. Anyways, next I'm going to do this. Wait, is that the right space or is it here? 1, 2, 3, okay, no, here. Then I'll drop the infantry there. Drop the mech here. And I want to be kind of careful about this. His CO power is pretty small, so I'm going to go ahead and attack this cruiser anyways. It may not be the best idea to do this because you don't want to accidentally raise his CO power all the way, but I don't think it's supposed to raise all the way, so I should be okay, I guess. And I can get by with another turn without worrying about that guy. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Theoretically, the recon should go after the APC, which will leave the door to his HQ wide open. So, let's get ready to attack that bitch. And once again, sorry for using the word bitch. I know I shouldn't use that word like that, but I do anyways. Okay, CO power, okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mech up, then I'm also going to move the tank over, just to prevent the recon from attacking this. Theoretically, it shouldn't do that, but you never know. You never know with this game. You never know. This game is very, very random with its AI, which is something you should know by now. And just for fun, we're going to attack this guy. Move you here. And we are done with this chapter. Oh no, we lost our ABC. I'm gonna cry. Okay, not really. That was a very, very minimal loss. A loss we can do. Well, a loss we can take, not do. Jeez. I almost went the whole video without making a stupid comment, but then I made that one. And I think that's all we can do, so let's take over the HQ. And let's end this video. Same old shanty. I just can't beat you guys. Commander Drake, would you please tell us why you've been attacking us? Haven't you sensed him? The person behind all this fighting. Sonia and Grit have been trying to lure him out of hiding. The person behind all this? We've been trying to keep Sonia's movements a secret, so we staged these battles to draw his attention away from her. But I think we're finished now. It seems Sonia's found something. Now, this is difficult for me to ask. But what is it? I can't leave Green Earth unprotected. I promised Eagle, you understand? So, would you go in my stead? They need your help. Of course. We'll do all we can. Victory! Victory for the Maxman. S rank for the Maxman. So very quickly, let's see our gold rise. But then I'm actually going to end the video because I don't want to spoil the next part and leave this project on a giant cliffhanger. So this is SlimKirby. See you guys next time when I do Andy's versions of the Green Earth missions. So see you guys then. Later, folks.